Hello everyone, welcome to another video, and this time we'll be looking at a mod that is very dear to me. It is called Rainbow Six Black Ops. Rainbow Six Black Ops is a mod developed by a community who wanted to see the whole campaigns of Rainbow Six OG strapped into one game, one mod that will be free to play and free to download. By the way, I'm going to link in the description where you can download this mod. It is free to play and download, no other installation needed, just install and play. Anyways, so the idea was that there are many expansion packs for Rainbow Six, the original, spanning from 1998 all the way to 2001 or 2002. Several of these, like Urban Operations, Eagle Watch, Rogue Spear, and you had to have both the base game and install the expansion pack, but you were only able to play either this or that. So these guys, I don't know how they did it, but they fixed it and they made it so that all of the campaigns, all of the missions from OG Rainbow Six are available in this game for one continuous journey. Let's go into single player and you can see this is what I'm talking about. 56 mission long campaign. Yeah, so this is quite serious. And by the way, they also added in, if you wanted the complete experience, they added in also the campaign of Takedown, which was a Rainbow Six game that came out only in Korea, and therefore you will see everything that is, all of the missions, well, they take place in Korea. So, shockingly. Anyways, I'm going to try and take in a mission, something that I know will not be that much difficult for the AI. Let's go for Firewalk. This is a mission from the original, Rainbow Six.
This group is running a secret biological warfare laboratory in the state of Idaho in the western United States. Your mission is to gain control of this facility and recover all infectious agents.
Our interrogators have finished with Mr. Kunst. This is much bigger than we thought. We've traced the laboratory supply house purchase records, and it looks like Phoenix has set...
I must urge caution. The only evidence we have that anything illegal is going on is the word of this Kunst character. I must say, hardly the most...
If this really is a level 4 facility, you'll need biohazard suits.
So you see there are all of these, either there's Control, who tells you what you need to do. John Clark is the senior officer in Rainbow Six. That is sort of like the commander, gives in insights about what we uncovered so far in the story, where we are right now, and what's gonna happen. These in each one of the campaigns you have Control and you have John Clark. However, there are other advisors as you progress through the campaign. Other advisors that go into when they become available, in different campaigns. So for instance, in Eagle Watch, you will have other advisors, and in Rogue Spear, you will have the same thing. You can also look at your orders, the mission orders, where they tell you will be inserted, blah, 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 blah. Find out if anyone is allowed to leave the compound. You'll have failed your mission. They will not. Don't worry about it. we will take them all out. This is the intel part of the mission briefing, where it is something that is really missing from all of the modern games about SWAT and about first-person shooters, and that's it's these dossiers about the people who are involved in the story, so you can get better background information about who they are, what are they doing, why are they doing it. So you got all of these guys here. This is the Kunst that he mentioned before. So if you say haven't played in a while and came back in and you don't remember who this guy is, there it is. John Breitling, which is a major character in the original Rainbow Six game. There are also organizations that you come across in your campaigns, such as Petromerc, which is a petrol oil company Horizon Corporation. Free Europe is a terrorist organization. All of these things, as you can see, there are plenty of them. There's also the newswire where in after each mission, in the next mission, you will see the news of how the world media reported what you've done in the last mission. So for instance, in the first mission we rescued the embassy, people who were hostages in the embassy in London. So you can see it says British government forces, because nobody really knows Rainbow exists. That's the whole idea, that only the people who are involved in Rainbow know about the unit. Everyone else is like, oh, okay, so that's the SAS, or when they see you like operating in London, you are the SAS. When you're operating in the US, then you are the US Marines or Delta Force. When you're operating in China, you are Chinese Special Forces, things like that. They don't know who you are. That's kind of neat. That's really cool, a really cool idea, and I really like that. There it is. I know you've been waiting to see him. He is the legend, the man of the hour, the Tower of Power, Chavez Ding. The man is so perfect. He is perfect in every way. Stealth, aggression, assault, self-control, the absolute embodiment of Chad. One thing that I really like though about these operators is that other than their stats, there's not really that much difference between them, and that's really kind of realistic, because for instance in Rainbow Six Siege, they went for the idea that every individual is different, and well, it's not a bad idea. The execution of that idea is bad. For instance, one of the latest operators they added to the game was an edgy trans lesbian whatever, and I'm like, okay, but what does this have to do with special forces? She can be whatever she decides to call herself, and it's not supposed to be automatically the edgy hairstyle, the cringe face. You don't have to do this, and yet they did, and I don't know why. It's really funny to have in a tactical first-person shooter this person who you know that if you're going to battle with him, he will constantly remind you of cringe. So yeah, I know what they did it, but it's still funny. It's like Siege, Rainbow Six Siege was supposed to be the revival of the genre, the revival of the franchise, and for some years it did exactly that. But Rainbow Six had a single player that was compelling. It was the whole idea about giving you backgrounds to where these things take place and who are fighting who and why the terrorists are doing it, is because you can relate to this, because you can think for yourself, well, this might be something that can happen for real. And like the people and the motives behind the people, it sounds logical, it sounds realistic, it sounds like, okay, maybe it's something like this can happen in the real world, or has been, because there are missions in Rainbow Six that take inspiration from real world events, like for instance the first mission in Rainbow Six, which is again the rescuing of hostages from the Belgium embassy in London, which is resembling heavily or more like it resembles and is inspired by the Iranian embassy hostage situation in 1980 and the storming of the SAS to the Iranian embassy and rescuing all the hostages. So there's real life relevance, and you can actually relate to this in ways that today in first person shooters you can't really do that. Like, oh no, the Russians are invading the US again, oh no, China is invading the United States again. Like, it's unrealistic, it's not going to really happen, it can't really happen. And there are games that did this well and convincing enough, but it's still fictional. unlike this game where it sounds like it's really something that it can happen. Anyways, one thing that I really like about this game is that I don't see often in other games, I don't see it at all, in fact, is the planning stage. Because when you're the SWAT, you're going to burst open into an area full of terrorists, okay? They've taken hostages, they've barricaded themselves in. You have the initiative to think where you're coming from, where you're going to, I don't know, storm into, what are you going to do. So you can look at the blueprints. As you can see, I'm looking at the blueprints of the map, where I can decide who goes where, what are they doing, etc. These yellow lines indicates that they're going to cover that area, and you can see that there's a sort of a pause icon here. This is because they're going to pause at this location, and you can see there are go codes: Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. So they're going to go all the way to these waypoints, like for instance blue team. They're going to go to the waypoints here, they're going to sit, and they're going to cover, and anyone who comes into their line of sight is going to get shot. And this is also the way to coordinate the efforts of your teammates. Like for instance, if in this room there's hostages and you want two teams coming from different directions, then you can have, say, blue team come up here, and if this is a wall, you can see this is open, so it's not going to work here, but they can move here, for instance, and wait for the alpha signal, then bang, flashbang and clear. And you can take the red team from here, flashbang and clear, and then on the go code of alpha, both of them storm into the room at the same time. It's a really neat mechanic, how to control your guys in an era where the AI was totally not perfect. And these waypoints, these points are actually waypoints for the AI, where to go and what to do. So it's kind of rudimentary, and yet they've adapted it to the tactical gameplay in a convincing manner. One thing that I really like about this game also is you can see these guys are they're already selected. You can take up to 8 guys every mission and choose the and give the take them into each sorry, I forgot the name. Place them in different teams, up to 4 teams of 2 guys, 1 guy. You can also solo this game. You don't require all of these teammates each and every time. If you're feeling like you're a hotshot and you want to go for it, then go for it. Personally, I don't recommend it. Anyways, so this watch mode, which is something I really like about this game, is you are the observer. It's like you're watching over from the GoPro cams, or the 90s version of a GoPro cam, and you can see them in action, what they're doing, which is why they have all this erratic behavior when they move. But still, if you don't want to play the game and you simply want to watch them go, and this relates to the planning stage, because you can see where they are having trouble in the game, in the mission, where they're having trouble taking care of hostiles, or maybe rescuing hostages. Maybe they get stuck on some wall, maybe they get they have a pathfinding issue. So you can see how they're going in watch mode, and then maybe go back to the planning phase and change some things, make your own plans. So it's really a really customizable game for a 90s game. That's a lot of customizability that you can do in your game. So they're covering. I'm gonna go with Alpha, Beta, Charlie, Delta. Everybody go. This is our boy. This is our boy. This is Chavez Ding. Do you really have to go through the glass? Like, okay, so you can see that he was stacking. Stacking means that he's waiting for his teammates to follow him. Oh man, headshot to the face with an M4. Yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention, all of the AI here has aimbot. This means, yeah. Pew! So all of the AI here have aimbot, which means that... Yo, Chavez, somebody shot your mate. He doesn't care though. He's too Chad for this. Anyways, so, what are you doing? Anyways, if you think that you played this before and you're like, I was young, I didn't know what I'm doing, and they killed me a lot and things like that, and now I'm older, so I know better and I'm going to ace this game, you don't. Oh, he surrendered. Anyways, so you don't, because the AI here has aimbot and it can one-shot you with a pistol from 100 meters. I saw that. I experienced that. It's not fun. Which is why, by the way, I'm using auto-targeting as well, because without it, it's totally unbalanced and unfair.
Mission success. Objective
Yeah.
completed.
My boys, they took care of them. Okay, and that was the mission that I wanted to show you. Something small, something fast. Most of these missions, they take more than almost 3 to 5 minutes each, but you're going to replay them several times until you get them, until you succeed and get them working and get your bots working. It's a trial and error. Each mission is a trial and error of what you need to do in order to succeed. And it's a 90s game, so you know they're not making it easier for you. So anyways, this is the mod. Tell me in the comments below if you like it. Again, I will get the download link in the description so you can use it and you can download it and experience the OG Rainbow Six for yourself and how Rainbow Six got to where it was before Siege destroyed it. So this is it for this video, and like and subscribe if you reach this point, and I will see you in the next one.